it took its time, but I finally could review this chapter. I guess this chapter is meant to give us a clue exactly why she hates men. I'm starting to think that it's not just simply straw feminism. I think it's a frozen excuse. Yes, this is the Black Clover chapter 124. It's basically some. Oh, yeah, it's also a nice touch. 1, 2, 4. Do you get that? Yeah, I know that was very lame. Either way, what I meant to say is this chapter is basically all about Magnus' upgrade. We finally see a little bit more about him. A little bit. What is that word? Hot-headed approach. But hey, it's how he says it. And we see a little bit more about the Dirt Girl. I mean, she's still she had don't worry. Well, I'm saying don't worry because a lot of people criticize Black Clover for fast character development. She has not gone through character development yet. It's just some minor hints that her life may not have been so good. The chapter begins with Mimosa trying to fight her but gets caught in a dirt, which, by the way, the only thing about the chapter I do not like. Mimosa taking out of the way. Hey, I want to see more of her. Either way, Sora taunts Kirsch, who has been knocked out, and sets up some new magic circles. Turns out he writes them and then casts them like that. So he does more and more like that. But then Magna catches up with his new magic, flame enhancement magic base run gamble. After all, Magna is a Yankee, but he also has a very heavy baseball theme, as his magic is very based on baseball and batting. I guess that meant to say that he's a batter upper or something like that. Either way, he reaches the crystal where he is going to destroy it, and as his revenge for the baptism ritual, as he throws the fireball and Asta tries to block it with his sword, but it actually pierces through him and hits the crystal a little bit, but doesn't destroy it, but it hits it, revealing that Magna has now upgraded his fireball. It's no longer just one very powerful fireball throw. No, it's something he calls an extreme killing vanishing magic orb. So basically, it's a swing and miss. Now he no longer just puts in a very throw, he puts in a little bit magic throw of it. Of course, the king is not so happy about that, but the magic emperor, oh well, he is just so good. Then Sora says to Aster that give him 5 minutes and everything will happen. And it turns out that Kirsch Vermilion is not out for the count yet. And actually, something surprising happened. And I'm not saying it's surprising that the Dirt Lady decided to, well, give a pep talk, because she didn't. But that's not what I meant to say. You know, I always presumed that if Kirsch Vermilion would wake up, he would actually go on a murderous rage because, well, his face got hurt. Strangely enough, he did not go on a murderous rage. Maybe deep down he is actually, well, he is more than bite, but still a little bit more bark maybe. You see in a flashback where he went with his parents on a magic carpet, sees the kingdom and the poor, and how much he loathed and pity the fact that they will be ugly forever. And the one who wakes him up from this is, of course, the Dirt Girl. Sorry, I forgot her name. She slapped him endlessly until he woke up. And it reveals she is a commoner indeed. And also reveals that she never wants to help a man. But she's doing this for the sake of Charlotte, who she, of course, looks up to as sister. Or a little bit more too much. What I said in the beginning, I'm starting to think that she has yes, Soul, that was her name. I'm starting to think that Soul has more than just a strong misogynist uh, personality. I think she has a frozen excuse. If you think about it, the more we get into this tournament, the more it's aware she absolutely, completely despises men. And I think she doesn't even like the Magic Emperor, but she only likes the Magic Emperor because her sister likes him. And it's the fact that she's also rude to every single man out there. And the fact that she vomited when Kirsch held her hand. Then again, Kirsch is a narcissist, so I can't blame her for that. what I'm trying to say is, I think she has a frozen excuse. The way she says that is for Sister Charlotte, who gave her the hope to live. And the fact that she was a commoner suggests that maybe she came from, you know, a commoner. Maybe her father was a drinker or abandoned her family or something like that. Maybe that's why she hates men, because in the commoner's world she saw, men was nothing more than useless. If you ask me, she needs to have a serious case of character development. Uh, but it's still pretty amazing that she is the one who tells to the Kirsch, even though he never wants to help a man. Is she has someone she fights for, she just asks him, Kirsch, don't you have anything worth setting aside your selfishness for? Of course, we don't hear what that is, but I have a feeling it's something like, well, beauty. As Magna still throws the ball, revealing that he may not be very flashy like all the different the nobles, but his magic is something that is technique and finesse. But it's also Big Bang. As he keeps throwing the ball, Asta eventually begins to learn about the pattern. After all, Asta is a quick learner. The two guys who were Fireforged friend throws the balls. I mean, Magna throws the balls while Asta blocks them, and they're both very passionate about that. But they're not the only one. Of course, Luck. He's blushing and breaking out so hard. He almost looks like a mess. It's actually kind of disturbing to see that. I have a feeling like when he gets up in his fight, oh man, oh man, oh man, he is going to snap beyond anything else. It's also pretty heartwarming the fact that Magna acknowledges Asta and Asta acknowledges Magna, but they also still say that they are not gonna be the ones losing. Then Kirsch suddenly appears to, well, do something, only for Sora to reveal that his trap is finished. Whatever his trap is, I have a feeling it's not gonna be good. And what I mean by that is, don't forget that Sora is a guy who shows extreme ruthlessness and is a bit of a troller. I'm calling him Sora because we learned his real name last chapter. He's no longer fake Zack. So, I'm just saying, isn't it a possibility this trap may be dangerous? And where's Soul in all of this? We cannot forget the Mimosa. If you think about it, Mimosa is the kind. I mean, Soul says she doesn't like to hurt ladies. Oh, that's weird. But it's the fact also that I don't think she can understand Mimosa completely. Mimosa has an extremely strong crush on Asta, and I think that's one of the reasons why she fights now. She fights for Asta because she's in love with him, and I don't think she's going to understand that. Because why should you love someone like him, like almost like that? Or maybe I don't see why you should fall for such a shorty or something like that. So I just hope that Mimosa get back into this. But if Sora has done a dangerous trap for 5 minutes, well, maybe everything will be settled next chapter. Even the things he's saying, will this spell decide a duel? Who knows? What do you? All in all, just a short but sweet chapter with nice to see Magna finally having his upgrade and the friendly rivalry between Asta and you know him. Soul, well, we see a little bit deeper on her personality, but I still wishes she would go for a character development. Her I mean, not misogynist, her man hating. What is it? Misogynist. Damn, don't correct me on that. I don't know. Her does not like men tendencies needs to maybe be a little bit explained, especially if she learns that the one she adores has an extremely is extremely in love with one man she absolutely does not like. I mean, even Charlotte herself acknowledges that no one is going to be happy when they learn that she is in love with a brute like Yami. But give me your thoughts if you have any.